Hi friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to be doing the monthly Aquarius reading. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing that I'm seeing, we have align your life. What is not aligned and needs to change? And this is being paired with trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? As well as answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And this is being paired with our fish right here. Now our fish is restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, movement and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. When in balance, they're adaptable, they travel well. Out of balance, they're distracted, they change their mind often. So set a small goal and accomplishment if you find yourself falling out of focus here. It's actually very interesting that we're seeing that because we do seem to have acceptance as our starting oracle card for our chakra oracles. So we have acceptance being followed by recovery. So I see a massive shift in your day-to-day life. Something that has just kind of pushed your lifestyle or maybe your feelings off balance quite a bit. And we see you going through a recovery period for that. And that seems to be the key to this entire process for you. That's going to lead to a lot of creation here. Then the moon is spoken of actually in the fish card, in the book for it. Now on the back of the decks, we do have the tarantula. This is my crossroads energy right here. And it's a big fire sign energy. So you might be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries with this fish. That could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We also have gratitude coming out. So I actually see you looking back at these situations where maybe originally you saw yourself as a victim. Now you're a lot more grateful of the fact that you've had to go through it. And maybe even the fact that you're out of it. So let's go ahead and take a look using my situations deck. What's going on right now for you? And what the rest of this month looks like. Just a couple, please, Spirit. Oh, we have pop-up, spontaneous, unexpected surprise visit. This could be also travel for some of you, leaving where you're at now, going on a vacation, traveling, getting away. We have a locked box, closed in, trapped, and frustrated. But I'm seeing this in reverse. So this almost feels like a breath of fresh air to me. Maybe even a little bit of frustration. Maybe you'll have to take care of something before you're actually free from it, before you're actually able to walk away from it or leave it. Let's get one more. Oh, we've got two more. Okay, perfect. And on the back of the deck, we have focused, eyes for you, fascinated, and watching. So I do feel like all eyes are going to be on you this upcoming month. Throughout February, people are just going to be watching you, amazed. Yeah, people that you've walked away from, actually. That's so funny. That's what we're talking about here, is that someone in your life has had to leave. Some radical shift. We have obsession in reverse and insatiable in reverse. So I see your energy actually mellowing out, where originally you may have been obsessing over what you needed to accept, this big shift in your life, but when this recovery comes through, it's like, again, it's that breath of fresh air energy coming in, where things are just going to even out. And you know, that does make sense. Right now we have Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Neptune all in Aquarius. It's creating an Aquarian emphasis, which is a massive fixation on humanitarianism, technology, communication, and the future. Especially with our full moon in Leo last night, that might have been really tumultuous for a lot of you. That's Aquarius' sister sign. But by the end of February, we're actually going to be experiencing a grand planetary alignment where majority of these all shift into Pisces, and we'll have 6 planets shifting into Pisces. So as a result of that, you'll be getting a nice breath of fresh air from all the focus being on you. But that won't come until February 28th. So until then, you actually do seem to be a main focus at this time. And this crossroads energy can be very, very intense. It's almost like you're picking the first steps for the rest of your life. Alrighty. Wow, anything else that I'm feeling here? You may have to deal with someone coming back who's not really interested in growing or learning with you. It seems almost as if they just kind of want to take from you. This might have been a person that you walked away from, or it is a person that you've been trying to get away from. It's not that they're obsessed with you for a good reason, like they love you. It almost feels like they're obsessed with your energy because they need it to survive. This feels a bit parasitic in nature, especially when I'm seeing things like the tarantula or the fish. Two very big animals that can host and carry parasites. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the tarot to get a deeper look. I'm super excited to do the tarot for you guys. I was recently gifted a very beautiful tarot deck by an Aquarius. So of course I'm excited to use it. I'm going to keep the fish right here. Okay, yeah, take a look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. This was recently gifted to me by an Aquarius. Shout out, Jenna. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. This is a beautiful deck. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is going on for my Aquariuses in the month of February. That flew right over. Yep, we have my 10 of Cups coming out first. So there could be some family or lifestyle struggles starting the month. Or a big focus on that. How does that land? Okay. I'm going to take this. And I believe this is my Knight of Cups. And my King of Pentacles in reverse. So yes, there might be a big focus on lifestyle, on family. Not so much on love. Oh, I'll have to block that out. Cool moment. Sorry about that. I didn't realize he'd be such a spicy photo. Okay, so with my Knight of Cups here and my King of Pentacles being, yeah, you might be focusing on how you can stabilize finances so that way you can live the lifestyle that you want to live. You might also be reorganizing your financial life. This could be things like switching jobs, maybe starting a creative project or endeavor, or launching it. Let's go ahead and get just a couple more. Here's one. Oh, okay. All right, hi guys. See if we can fit you all in here. You know what? I'll just do this. I don't want to squeeze for your readings. I feel like that might be something that you're done doing right now. Trying to squeeze into places that you don't belong, being too much when you are too much, and just allowing that to be, accepting you for who you are, and making things work as a result of it. Okay, let's double check and make sure nothing is too spicy. Perfect. On the back of the deck, it looks like we have the 4 of Wands. In the middle of the deck, we have the 6 of Wands. Ooh, very, very beautiful. I'm very excited for this. So there'll be some kind of success with not seeing someone that you don't want to. So if you're currently in a no-contact situation that you have kicked off, or you have started, or you are trying to avoid someone, I do see you being successful in that endeavor. So on top of kind of rebalancing your finances, I see secrets coming out in the process of that. Maybe someone wanted you to think that you needed them. But I don't see that being the case here with the moon. I actually see it being the other way around. This person needed you and they didn't want you to know that. Yeah, we have my Knight of Wands here in reverse as well. My Wands is a very action-oriented energy. With this being in reverse, I kind of see you pulling yourself back, pulling your energy back, and they are not happy about this with the 7 of Swords. Sorry, that's my cat. Beef, can you go scratch somewhere else? We have my 3 of Wands here. This is all about manifestation. So I see you pulling back your energy, especially after some kind of betrayal. Maybe you found out this person was energy harvesting off of you. Maybe you were really tired, exhausted, constantly angry, always in some kind of mood whenever you were around this person. But now that they're gone, your energy is rebuilding, it's recuperating, it's recovering. It's recovering. And that is leading to a beautiful set of manifestation. Things are just coming quickly towards you. And I think your energy is stabilizing to a point where you're able to come up with your manifestations. Maybe you felt so drained and depleted that you thought this was all that you could do. This was all that, you could deal with or you could have to offer right now. you know, is the energy that you had, but really your energy was being drained from you. We have my 7 of Pentacles here. So I feel like you definitely know that you didn't get what you deserved within whatever relationship or dynamic this was. This could have been a work situation, you know, a job that is just constantly taking, never giving back, or not giving back enough while still overloading your plate. This could have been a relationship, a family dynamic, a friendship where you are constantly giving them while they just sit back, they enjoy the efforts of your labor, and they take from you and then leave without giving back, without properly giving back here. There seems to be this exhaustion of energy. Now, one thing I know about my Aquarius is you guys are alchemists. At the end of the day, every Aquarian I've ever known has been one of the best alchemists I have ever known, and they've taught me a great deal about the practice. And one big thing that I have learned from them is that when there's an exhaustion of your resources, it doesn't matter how much you give. You're not able to alchemize off of absolutely nothing. So, for example, here, I used to give tarot readings completely for free, and it was just a tip basis for a really long time. And after a while, I was just exhausted because I had held the belief that, you know, the money will always find me as long as I just continue to do what I do. But then there came a time when I had to realize, like, no, this doesn't make any sense. I value my work. And as a result, I need to make sure that other people are aware I value this, and so they need to value it as well if they would like access to it. And so I stopped doing readings completely for free, and I started charging, and I am so much more grateful for that. And so this might be something in your life where someone has been taking advantage or giving you a responsibility that really isn't yours, and you should be charging them for it. Maybe not in terms of finances, but definitely in terms of energy here. If there's always someone in your life where you go to them and they give, you give, and they just take. It's time for them to give back. I actually spoke with an Aquarian friend, the one who gave me this deck recently, and she was telling me about a friend of hers where the entire time that she's known them, it has been this strange energy where she's allowed to open up to them and tell them everything, but they don't tell her anything. And it is very, very frightening for me to have to see that, you know, because I know the friend that she's speaking of, and I would agree that they are very much a taker in their relationship, and that's not very fair to them. And so during this month of Aquarius, I see you recognizing that, and I see you restructuring based on that, really standing in your power and moving forward. Okay, Aquarius, let's go ahead and quickly grab some self-care, and then we'll do charms, and I'll let you go. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you like readings like this, you can find mini reads on my Etsy. Okay, let's start off with some self-care. Actually, let's start off with a song, because I know my Aquariuses are usually my music makers. Oh, okay. We've got Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. And we have Premonition by Peter Frampton. Maybe some of you are clairvoyant or clairsentient. On the back of the deck, I have Careless Whisper, George Michael. We'll get into that in just a second. But right now we have Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. The emotion here is moving on. On the back of it, it says, I'm so moving on. Yeah. You had your chance. You blew it. And I get what I want. That's going to be your motto this upcoming month, Aquarius. I get what I want. Then we have Premonition by Peter Frampton. Clairsentient. It's a clear feeling. Woke up this morning with this warning. My premonition will come true. Is someone playing tricks on me? So maybe you've had this idea for a while that, you know, things energetically have just been unbalanced. And so you've been on the lookout for it. And now that you're seeing it more and more, you know who to walk away from. This would be for some, not all, with Careless Whisper by George Michael. This is Cheating, Guilt, and Regrets. On the back of it, it says, guilty feet have got no rhythm. I know you're not a fool. Never gonna dance again the way I did with you. Maybe you know that you've allowed people to take too much from you. You've allowed things to really exhaust you, and you're no longer allowing this energy to affect you in the future. I do want to get one message from over here. This is from one of my spiritual decks. Just one, please, Spirit. There have been so many interruptions during this reading, guys. We have regret. We have secrets coming out. Yeah, and I feel like this secret isn't that scary, actually. I feel like the secret is just, you know, that you're recognizing who the parasites are in your life, who actually deserves to be in your circle, and who doesn't. Maybe cycle as well. Interesting. Maybe there are some people that you've like synced up with behaviorally, and you're not exactly a fan of that. And cutting these people out, the secret of how they really feel about you really comes out. But more importantly, I also feel like there's some kind of creative endeavor that you've been holding back. Maybe out of fear of what other people will think, out of, you know, fear of judgments or other people's opinions, maybe even out of fear of, you know, just going and doing this new big thing. But I see you finally stepping up and showing off. I'm really getting like a huge like stage energy, because again, Leo is your sister sign. So I am getting this sense that there is just so much more magic and beauty in your life than you have been really allowing yourself to see. And I feel almost as if this is because the other people around you have been trying to keep a blindfold on you so they can keep working you like a horse. And I don't agree with that. So let's get a couple self-care cards here. We have intuition in reverse. I feel like this is about, I don't know, these are both number 28. Maybe you haven't listened to your intuition about some kind of behavior that someone was showing you. You were like you were making excuses for them. We have make an altar in reverse. What's actually so funny is the message that I'm getting with this number, 16, by the way, that rounds to 7, 28 rounds to 10. With this make an altar, I almost read it as ALTER. So maybe that's what you need to do. I definitely know that some people's like a coping mechanism, they'll like make a fake name. And then they will, you know, do everything that they want to do underneath that name in a positive light. Like, that's what their, you know, author name is, or their pen name. Like, I've been watching Bridgerton lately. So, like, Lady Whistledown, you know, she was fearful of the opinions of the ton. So, as a result, she made the name Lady Whistledown in order to push her gossip column, and that worked for her. So maybe making this, like, higher version of yourself where, you know, you get everything that you want, where, you know, you pursue your creative endeavors, maybe that'll be helpful for you. We have number 20, Dream Journal here, coming out. Have you been struggling with sleep? Are you sleeping, Aquarius? Maybe you need to fix your sleep schedule. I also heard maybe you need to fix your diet as well, eating healthier. We have number 53, use your hands. You know, idle hands are the devil's playthings. Most importantly, on the back of the deck here, we have number 49, spend time with friends. So spending time with people who actually care about you, who reciprocate your energy back to you, who encourage you, who support you, who are there for you when you need them to be. These are the people that you should be spending your time with, not people who are shifty. I just heard swiper, no swiping. So stealthy even to a point, or maybe childish or immature, given that that is a child's TV show. But, you know, we do have use your hands. It's actually so beautiful that it's clay being utilized here, because it's such an earthy, raw element to work with. So maybe there is kind of a need to get back into nature as well, or to touch base with self. Alrighty, well, that's what I'm seeing for you guys today. Thank you so much. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to go ahead and grab some charms first. I don't know why I'm jumping to conclusions here. Maybe you wanted to jump to conclusions with someone until their like you found out their secret, and now you can't make any excuses for them. Alrighty, let me go ahead. Let's grab an angel number. We have 3, 6. Oh, 366. 366 is your angel number for today. You can go into your browser, type in 366 angel number meaning. That'll be your message from Spirit. Looks like we have Sagittarius being highlighted here. Maybe Sagittarius season was very eventful for you, or eye-opening. There also might be something from Sagittarius season that you need to pay closer attention to, that just caught your intuition. And I believe this is the South Node there. Let's go ahead and grab some charms. If you are sensitive to noise, I recommend that you turn down the volume right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh. I was not hoping to get that many. But That's okay. Okay, give me just one moment. I'm going to reorganize all this. Be right back. Okay, thank you so much for your patience. Now, the first fortune that we have is seek out a service project that uplifts your community. Again, with this Aquarian emphasis, there is a big emphasis on humanitarianism, community, communication, technology, etc. If you have an ability to sense and know higher truths. Yeah, we were picking up on some clairsentient activity over there. Lucky number 13, 14, 25, 29, 32, and 39. You have a knack for making friends wherever you go. So if you feel like you're worried that you'll be alone or lonely if you cut someone out, I wouldn't worry about that. It looks like there are people being sent to you to make up the difference that this person left in your life. We have step by step you will ascend the staircase to success. I eat a lot of Panda Express, don't judge me. Okay, for the other descriptions, we have grandma being highlighted. So maybe some advice from a grandma, or there's a grandmother looking out for you. We also have hazel eyes. For the initials here, we have DVVU. So let me pull out my notes. So I have a whole list. So D, Deborah, Dennis, Dolores, Danny, Danielle, Daniela, Dan, Dave, Darren, Destiny, Desiree. For V, we have 2 of those. So Victor, Valerie, Victoria, Veronica, Vida, Vincent. I also heard Vanity when I pulled that one. As well as you, Uma, Ursula, Umar, Uriel, Ulysses, Yuri. Now Ursula, that's interesting. Maybe there was someone in your life who was like trying to steal your voice from you. Interesting. So we do have the Hierophant here, with the 10 of Wands right next to that and the 5 of Cups next to that. So yes, I feel like you will be able to look back at this month in the future and think, wow, I can't believe I was so scared of dropping these unhealthy people in my life without realizing they were such a burden to me. I thought I was going to be lonely, and I was so wrong on that. Because I think that's the absolute truth here, is that like you aren't going to be lonely. You're getting rid of dead weight this month, Aquarius, and I'm so proud of you. We have everything is all right coming out. We have focus on the good things, beautiful flowers. And then we also have take it easy. Yeah, relax. It's that recovery energy coming out again. For the charms, I've got some bells here, so maybe some bells have been going off in your life. You could also use some cleansing. Just quickly. We have Obama, I miss you. So maybe you're reaching out to some old friends as well because your battery's starting to get low. We have the Empress coming out here. So I do see you taking back your power, reclaiming it, coming back into your power, and standing really strong this upcoming month. We have this beautiful peace sign. So again, I feel like you were worried that in walking away from these people, like you would be burdened, you would be lonely. But in reality, I see a lot of peace coming in for you. A lot of happiness, maybe even some travel, because those look like tire tracks. Yeah, I see you being given back the love that you have been giving out. Like you are about to be in a receiving energy. People are going to be able to recognize that like you are this beautiful mermaid. You are one of a kind, baby. I'm actually not too sure what this is, if I'm honest with you. But it does remind me a lot of a peacock energy, which is often about, it can be about vanity, but it can also be about how the brighter beauty is what's inside and energetically as well. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure to join me for your sun, moon, or rising zodiacs, and I will be posting Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays Zodiac. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!